Have you ever parked your car, opened the hood, and heard a terrifying bubbling sound coming from the coolant reservoir? Maybe you even saw steam pouring out and thought, it's just a little overheating. But that tiny mistake could cost you $3,000 to $8,000 in engine repairs. Here is the scary part. Coolant doesn't just boil for no reason. If it is boiling, your engine is sending you a serious warning that something has already gone wrong. In this video, we are breaking down the 7 most common causes of coolant boiling, how to identify each problem, and most importantly, how to fix it before it turns into a mechanical disaster. Let's get started. Reason number 1, low coolant level. One of the most common reasons coolant starts boiling is simply because there is not enough coolant inside the system. According to several automotive repair studies, low coolant contributes to nearly 40% of overheating complaints in passenger vehicles. When coolant levels drop, then there is not enough liquid to absorb and carry heat away from the engine. Instead, hot spots develop around the combustion chambers that cause the remaining coolant to boil rapidly. Air pockets also form inside the cooling passages that make heat transfer even worse. That's why you may hear gurgling or bubbling from the reservoir shortly after shutting off the engine. Never remove the radiator cap while the engine is hot, because pressurized coolant can spray out at over 250 degrees Fahrenheit and can cause severe burns. Wait until the engine cools completely, then inspect the coolant reservoir and radiator. If levels are low, refill with the manufacturer-recommended coolant mixture, usually a 50-50 blend of antifreeze and distilled water. Finally, inspect for leaks around hoses, the radiator, water pump, heater core, and reservoir, because coolant doesn't simply disappear. Reason number 2, faulty radiator cap. Most drivers overlook the radiator cap because it is small and inexpensive, but it plays a huge role in preventing coolant from boiling. The cooling system operates under pressure, usually between 13 and 18 pounds per square inch. Every additional pound per square inch raises coolant's boiling point by about 3 degrees Fahrenheit. That allows the coolant to stay liquid even under extreme engine temperatures. If the radiator cap can't maintain pressure due to a weak spring, damaged rubber seal, or corrosion, then your coolant can begin boiling long before the engine reaches dangerous temperatures. Signs of a bad radiator cap include coolant overflowing into the reservoir, steam after driving, or coolant loss without visible leaks. In such case, inspect your cap for cracked seals, rust, or damaged locking tabs. If you have access to a pressure tester, verify that the cap holds its rated pressure. Reason number 3, stuck thermostat. Think of the thermostat as the traffic controller of your cooling system. It remains closed while the engine warms up and typically opens between 180 degrees Fahrenheit and 195 degrees Fahrenheit and allows coolant to circulate through the radiator. If it sticks closed, then the hot coolant becomes trapped inside the engine block, and temperatures skyrocket within minutes. The coolant begins boiling because it can't reach the radiator to release heat. Symptoms of stuck thermostat include a rapidly rising temperature gauge, little or no heat from the cabin heater, and upper radiator hoses that remain unusually cool even when the engine is overheating. Fortunately, thermostats are relatively inexpensive. To replace one, drain enough coolant below the thermostat housing, remove the housing, replace the thermostat with a new gasket, and refill the cooling system. Always bleed trapped air afterward, because air pockets can create the exact same overheating symptoms. Reason number 4, faulty cooling fan. When you are driving on the highway, air naturally flows through the radiator. But when you are sitting in traffic or idling, then the cooling fan becomes the only thing pulling air across the radiator. If that fan stops working, then the coolant temperatures can rise surprisingly fast. Many drivers notice their car only overheats while stopped, but cools back down once they start moving. That's a classic sign of cooling fan failure. The culprit could be a blown fuse, faulty relay, bad fan motor, damaged wiring, or a failed coolant temperature sensor that never tells the fan to switch on. With the engine fully warmed up, monitor whether the fan activates as temperatures climb. If it doesn't, check the fuse box first, then test the relay and wiring before replacing the fan motor. Catching this early can prevent repeated overheating events that slowly damage engine components. Reason number 5. Clogged radiator. Your radiator works by transferring heat from coolant into the surrounding air, but over time, rust, mineral deposits, old coolant sludge, and corrosion can clog the tiny passages inside. Externally, bugs, dirt, leaves, and road debris can block airflow through the cooling fins. Even losing 20 to 30% of radiator efficiency can significantly increase engine temperatures under heavy loads. Symptoms of a clogged radiator often include overheating during long drives, climbing hills, towing, or driving in hot weather. To fix it, start by inspecting the radiator fins and carefully clean them using low-pressure water or compressed air from the back side. If internal blockage is suspected, perform a cooling system flush. However, severely clogged radiators usually need replacement because chemical flushes cannot always remove years of hardened deposits. Reason number 6. Failing water pump. The water pump is the heart of the cooling system. It continuously circulates coolant through the engine, radiator, heater core, and hoses. A worn impeller, leaking shaft seal, or failed bearing drastically reduces coolant flow. Without proper circulation, heat builds rapidly inside the engine and coolant starts boiling in localized hotspots. Early warning signs of a bad water pump include coolant leaking from the pump's weep hole, grinding noises from the front of the engine, wobbling pulleys, or inconsistent cabin heat. Some modern water pumps use plastic impellers that can crack or separate from the shaft over time, especially after high mileage. To inspect, check for leaks, pulley play, and listen for bearing noise. If the pump has failed, replacement is the only reliable solution. Whenever replacing the timing belt on vehicles where the water pump is belt-driven, then replacing both together can save hundreds of dollars in future labor. Reason number 7. Wrong coolant mixture. Many people think adding straight water in the cooling system is harmless, but it dramatically reduces cooling system protection. Pure water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, while a proper 50-50 antifreeze mixture raises the boiling point significantly when combined with system pressure. It also protects against corrosion, lubricates the water pump, and prevents freezing during winter. Too much water lowers the boiling point, while too much antifreeze can actually reduce heat transfer efficiency. The ideal mixture for most vehicles remains 50% coolant and 50% distilled water, unless your manufacturer specifies otherwise. Use a coolant tester or refractometer to verify concentration instead of guessing. Never mix incompatible coolant types unless the manufacturer specifically approves it, as some combinations form sludge that blocks cooling passages. That's all for this video. Boiling coolant is never the actual problem. It's the warning sign of a much bigger issue hiding somewhere in your cooling system. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more car care tips, and let us know in the comments, have you ever experienced boiling coolant? I will see you soon.